Hello, listeners. I've been wondering when we would run across one of these files that we have for you today. One that I have always seen as a fantasy built around being lost, crossing objects you swore you have seen before, turning a corner only to be met with the same space you just exited. I'm speaking of the Backrooms, the places in between reality itself. There have been many takes on this new age horror, but none have really captured me. Not like this one we have today. Consider this a found footage look into the Backrooms themselves as we follow Eli, an architecture student who finds liminal space to be an intriguing part of a building's construction. But as we know in these files, nothing is ever as it seems, and the space we inhabit only leads to nightmares. So let's begin Liminal Space. Strap in tight, the trials are about to begin.
Shit, I never know how to start these things. Okay. Audio log 1. This is Eli Corbin, architecture student at UVA. I'm currently completing my thesis on liminal spaces and their usage. You know the type. Hallways, empty stairwells, silent parking garages, places that just feel wrong. Well, I guess not wrong, but sort of just out of place from the bustling inner rooms. They are the in-between. Almost as if walking from one reality and into a gateway that will take you to the next. And this has always fascinated me, that space in between. If you think about it, they always seem pretty empty. The liminal spaces, that is. A path less followed. That is until an event starts or ends. A parking garage will be full of people and vehicles right before or after a concert. Or a hallway used for the main event space that leads you around to the restrooms, and so on and so on. You may see a few people there, most of which will have the same eyes forward and determined walk to get to the destination, almost as if they are trying to escape the space in between, to get back to a place where life is happening. And it's odd, at least to me, that when I do see these people inhabiting the same space as me, they never seem to acknowledge my existence. They never glance my way, say hello, or even divert their path. For the life of me, I can't remember their faces, or even if they have faces. When I try to think back on it, even now, my brain just fills in the gaps, making up whatever will appease me. And that made me wonder, is there something more to these liminal spaces and how we interact with them? And if so, how can we better design them for function and human interaction? How do we make the liminal space something more than an in-between dead area? Now, I know it's a weird concept, but I had to come up with something interesting, something new that could be expanded upon and keep the interest of my thesis advisor. And when I proposed this idea to her, along with my feelings about it, she was sort of taken by it. That look of confused knowing etching across her face, almost as if she were remembering a feeling or a memory that was on the cusp of exploding out from deep within her mind and into the world around us. She seemed to know exactly what I was going for, even if I couldn't yet find the precise words to describe it to her. She offered her guidance on where I could look into the matter more. Some obscure books in the library, a few online journals that deal with liminal spaces and their function, and an archive within the Dorner building, a place I had never heard of on campus, and I told her as much. Then that same look fell on her face, the one of remembering, and like a light switch turning on, she knew where it was, or more accurately stated, where it would be. She gave me a short list of directions to find the building and a time frame to be there. She couldn't recall why, but she knew that it was only open to students every Tuesday from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Now, needless to say, I left that meeting feeling both renewed that my idea was a good one and a little bit confused as to how to proceed. But as of today, Tuesday, May 5th, I have something that may help me in my studies. You see, I found something within the dormer building, a file on an old Mac computer that sat atop a vintage oak table. And apart from the chair sitting in front of the table, these were the only things within the building. Now, I will admit that was kind of creepy in and of itself. Just a blank room, no attendants, bland flooring, wainscot on the wall that seemed to blend upwards into the taupe paint above it, and nothing else, not a picture or an ornamental fake plant. The whole building itself seemed to be a liminal space all on its own. And I thought about leaving, turning around and coming back next week. But that damn computer seemed to call to me. It was like I was drawn to it almost. So, despite my better judgment, I pulled up a chair and booted up the system. I was met with the old DOS screen and a prompt that stated search. I spent a few hours doing random searches on liminal space and architecture, hidden spaces, and even a jaunt off into quantum tunneling. But nothing really captured me or brought me some new information or idea on confining the space and bringing them to life. I figured I had wasted a couple hours of my time, and I was irritated. So I reached to turn the computer off and head back home. And that's when I noticed something. A thumb drive, sitting on the edge of the table I was at. I was sure it wasn't there before. I mean, I would have noticed it, right? There was nothing in this damn building at all, so a thumb drive, glistening with the sterile lights off of its silvery surface, should have drawn my eye. I picked it up and saw writing on it in an odd symbol. One that I am sure I've seen before, but really unlike anything I had ever seen before. But the writing scrawled across some crudely placed masking tape stated, level 0.voidx. Now, I'm not sure if this is considered stealing, but I took the thumb drive with me, and I think I will see what's on it later tonight. First, I need to get something to eat. I am starving, and I'll be back. Okay, this is Eli again. I am back. I plugged in the drive just to see what it was. Probably shouldn't have done that, I know. It could be a virus for all that I'm aware of, but I was intrigued. I had about 1 million thoughts on what it could be, and I was barely able to enjoy my dinner. All I wanted to do was plug in that drive and see what was on it. And there was only a singular file that had the same level 0.voidx name on it that I saw on the drive itself. So I clicked on it, and it automatically opened my CAD software and connected to the file, which is odd. I usually have to manually open it, but maybe there was some prompt in the file itself. I'm not sure. I feel a bit nervous right now, like maybe this is some sort of virus, and I know I should probably disconnect the drive, and I don't know, trash it? But I can't bring myself to it, especially not now. Now on my screen, there's something rendering. It started out as lines and grids, and it's been slowly constructing itself into something of a maze within a large and expanding building. But I can't see any form of exit or finish line, and some of the doorways and their paths are not making any sense to me at all. Like right now, I can see a door with a yellow entry arrow, but it opens up into the outside of what I'm guessing is the building. However, there is a yellow entry arrow that is just now rendering, and it appears to be 3 floors below and at the opposite end of a long corridor. That would be physically impossible. Oh, wait. I'm getting a different view now. Sort of a 3D rendering. Christ, the detail and effects on this file are stunning. It's almost... No, it is lifelike. And everything is just so bland. just like a dormer building. Oh, what's this? My view was just thrown to the outside of the rendering. I can't move anything around. Maybe I need to click on the door. What the fuck was that? No. Okay, what the hell? There's a door in my bedroom. One that should not be here, and it looks like the damn door in this program. Oh fuck. I'm taking the drive out. Jesus Christ. I touched the damn drive and it's knocked on my ass. And my bedroom door is now gone. What the fuck? I don't want to open this door. It's Eli again. I don't know what to do here. The computer is still rendering whatever this is, and the only door in this room is the one that just appeared on my wall. I don't want to open it. I can't physically bring myself to open it. It's been maybe 3 or 4 hours now. I'm not sure. I haven't been able to tell the time. I left my phone on the charger in the front room, and my computer screen is only this damn rendering. I just know that I can't sit here being indecisive. There are really no other options. I'm gonna have to open that fucking door. Fuck! I don't want to do this. What is behind that damn thing? Is it just... I need to stop being a baby and just fucking do it. It looks like... Well, it looks like the rendering on my computer. Nothing really distinguishable, and a long corridor with tons of doors. I think there may be a turn at the end of the hall, but I can't really tell. And this lighting, it's just fluorescence, and they are emitting a low hum like buzzing flies in a jar. It's faint, but definitely something that may get annoying. Alright, I'm gonna go in. Oh shit! The door I just went in, it shut. And it's just fucking gone. What the fuck did I get myself into here? I don't want to do this. Hey, it's Eli again. For some reason, my recorder just shut off. Not sure why or when, but I've been walking maybe 30 minutes now, and maybe an hour. I tried to open some doors, but they won't budge. It's like they are props or something. Oh, and there was a turn, and it was at the end of the hall, like I thought. A sign stating exit hung from the ceiling. But I passed that same sign at the same left turn probably 10 times now. By past 6, I had a bit of a mental breakdown. Sort of glad I wasn't recording for that one. I'm coming up on the end of the hall again, and there's the exit sign. I'm definitely going in a loop, but I'm really unsure as to how. I don't feel like I'm going up or down in any direction, and the corridors are not long enough for any sort of gradual transition. It's weird, but I feel like I'm on a level plane, walking the same exact path over and over again. Nothing ever changes, nothing stands out to me. It's just the hall, the doors, and the exit sign, which I'm coming up to now. This one does look a little different, I think. The shade of red in the lettering seems, I don't know, darker? I don't know, I really don't know. Well, here's another left turn, and there is something at the end of the hall. I don't know if I should call out. Maybe they are lost here too. What do I do? They don't seem to be moving, like they're stuck in place. I'm going to call out to them. Hey! Oh, shit! That was a bad idea. A really fucking bad idea. So I called out to whomever that was, and they just started sprinting at me. I was frozen in place for a second, wasn't able to move, until they were nearly halfway down the hall. Oh, shit. I probably would have stayed there. Let them run into me, attack me, kill me, maybe, I don't know. But then I saw their face. Or what should have been their face. It looked blurred. Almost like the blending of features and colors like an artist will do on a canvas. Like they took a wet brush and swirled it over where a person's face should have been, just enough to hide any distinguishing marks or flaws. And seeing that put me into action and I fled, running back down the hall I just came down. I tried opening some doors, just like how one would in a horror movie, and sure enough, they were all locked. I think I've got my breath now. But whoever was chasing me, they must have given up. Not sure how long I ran, but I looked back and noticed that they weren't behind me anymore. And I couldn't hear any footsteps, and I can only assume that they are just gone. But I will let you know that the exit signs are now changing. With each pass backwards that I make, a letter changes. The E turning to an F, the T to a D, the I to an E. It looks like it may be spelling out the word feed. I will know by the end of the next hall if the pattern keeps up. I just had the X left to change. Eli again. This thing once again shut off. I feel like I've been in here for like a day now. I don't know. Just walking and walking. But this is something completely new. And I feel like this next turn is going to be something. And the sign, it does spell feed. And I'm not sure what that means. But I do hope it means there will be something to eat. I am fucking starving. Or maybe it means there's something around the corner that I need to feed. And there are too many fucked up implications that I don't want to visit with that thought. It was a thing to feed. It was a fucking thing to feed. Holy shit. Like a goddamn octopus with 4 eyes and a beak the size of me. I am just running away from it, but it's getting closer. I can feel it. Wait. A door. That door right there, it's different. There's a light coming from underneath of it. It's Eli. Well, that monster is gone. I don't think its body could fit through the door. But I do not think that I am in a better position right now. The room I entered is dark and expansive. There are walls around me, but they are in shambles. Long, deep scratches pull back the sheetrock and expose the frame underneath. The light in here seems to die out the further down the area I look. And there is, oh my god, water. I don't even care that it's pulled up on the floor. I need something to drink. Oh my god. That was amazing. And sort of disgusting. I just drank floor water. Oh, fuck. Sorry about that. The thought of drinking floor water sort of did me in. Now I'm probably even more dehydrated. What's that smell? It's like cooking meat. Sort of sweet. God, I'm so hungry. I'm gonna go find it. It's Eli. Eli. Yeah, it's Eli. I don't know how long I've been in here. Been walking for a long time. My feet, they really hurt. I haven't seen much, not until now. The walls, they kind of faded in and out. I can see them sometimes, and other times it's like the area around me just kind of blew up, like it just got bigger. But I kept walking in a direction that I thought was just straight. And I found the source of the smell. I walked into the darkened area. The light kept pushing forward with each step, almost like a beacon of sort, leading me to my next objective. And I saw it. It was in the distance, another source of light, illuminating a large object. And as I got closer, I could start to make out the features. Green and brown in color, hard round edges, like a pod almost, like a plant pod. Long wispy spines protruding from the base of the object. And massive leaves. Big fucking leaves. And now I stand about 10 feet from it, just outside of the reach of the vines. And that smell, it's only gotten stronger, and it's intoxicating, to say the least. And I am so fucking famished. I'm almost driven by my hunger to go right up to it and start eating it. To open that massive pod and just, eat at the flesh. But I have no idea what this thing is. And my fear is kind of stopping me from making my way to it. Maybe if I walk around the vines, just being like extra careful not to step on one, maybe I'll be okay. I'm gonna do it. Wish me luck.